Tell me, have you ever stared at the ceiling in the morning? Not out of laziness, not because you're tired, but because something in you is hesitating? You have dreams, you have goals, you want more, and yet your body whispers, not today. And then the voice inside starts shouting, you're lazy, you're weak, you'll never change. But here's the truth no one ever told you. It's not weakness, it's not failure, it's science. Inside your brain, there's a chemical messenger called dopamine. Most people think dopamine is about pleasure or reward, but that's not quite right. Dopamine is the anticipation chemical, the spark of hope. It doesn't flood your system after you win. It flows the moment your brain believes a win is possible. That's why starting is the hardest part, not because you're broken, but because your brain is waiting for a reason, a signal, a spark that says, maybe this time I can do it. That tiny whisper, that's dopamine. That's biology preparing you to act. Think about Thomas Edison. He didn't invent the light bulb in one perfect flash of brilliance. He failed over 1,000 times. Imagine that, 1,000 times getting it wrong, being laughed at, told to quit. But each failure, each attempt, triggered a microscopic burst of dopamine, whispering, maybe this time. Try again. That whisper, that maybe. That's not wishful thinking. That's hope, grounded in biology. It's the science that turns failure into fuel and ordinary people into legends. But let's be honest, motivation doesn't last. One day you're fired up, the next you're drowning in doubt. That's because motivation is fragile. It's not designed to be constant. It's a spark, not a furnace. So how do people keep going when that spark fades, when life gets messy, heavy, overwhelming? The strongest people aren't always the most motivated. They're the ones who learn to light their own fire, and science shows us how. There are 3 forces that fuel long-term motivation. 1, autonomy, the freedom to choose your own path. When you feel in control, your brain engages. Even if the task is hard, if it's your choice, you are more likely to stick with it. 2, mastery, the drive to improve. We're wired to seek progress. Every small improvement, every skill learned triggers dopamine, not because you're the best, but because you're better than yesterday. 3, purpose, the belief that what you're doing matters, not just to you, but to someone, to something. A reason that's bigger than comfort. Purpose is the fuel that burns long after motivation is gone. When autonomy, mastery, and purpose align, maybe right now you feel stuck. You've tried before, you've failed. And that voice inside says, what's the point? But here's what science proves. You are not broken. You are wired for resilience. Every time you fall, and even think about getting back up, your brain is adapting, rewiring, learning, preparing you for the next time. That ache you feel? That frustration? That's biology fighting for you, not against you. You were not built to quit. You were built to rise. So the next time you don't feel like doing it, don't wait for motivation. Build it. One choice, one action, one step forward. Because motivation is not luck. It's not magic. It's a match, and you already carry it. Light it. Burn. Rise. And when doubt returns, and it will, let science remind you of the truth. The fire, it was always yours.